Yeah. What are their long-range plans for the city of Dayton? And because I live right downtown, I want to know what's happening with downtown. I really want to see. This is a first step, and this is wonderful, but where are we going from here? So that's what I would ask them.
Well, I grew up in Europe, and pretty much in every city in Europe, downtowns are thriving places. And we need to make downtown Dayton a thriving place again, but we have to give business a reason to come there. We have to give people a reason to come there. And so we should start looking at every possible reason that we can give people and give businesses and make it happen, quite simply.
My question for both candidates would be, how do we reach the hearts and minds of our parents and our community members to remember that among the many issues that we have to deal with in our community, that our families and our children have to come first. Our children need a good education. We need schools that support their learning and that support their needs as students and as learners. How do we continue to reach our communities and provide good, safe school environments?
I think one of the things we have to do in the Dayton area is embrace the education of all children, not just public school children. I mean, we have children who are educated through private schools. We've got children who are homeschooled. We've got children who are using charter schools and e-charter schools. And if the Dayton public school system wants to improve, they need to embrace the education of all those children and offer services, or not really services, after-hours programming to attract those children into their schools. And what they'd really attract are parents of children who care. And if those parents are bringing their children into these Dayton public schools, maybe the Dayton public school parents will come in and learn how to work with their own children. I mean, there's problems. I'm sure it's socioeconomic factors and various things, but there's definitely a disconnect in the community. Churches, too, can get involved. I mean, I don't see why we can't have churches sponsor schools. There's this big thing about, you know, separation of church and state that goes on, but we've got to take back our community, and so maybe churches can get involved, or community churches can get involved, and find some way to sponsor something with regards to Dayton public schools, or even the private schools or whatever. I mean, the time is now to start nurturing those programs and make them happen.
I would wonder, are they going to fix all the broken homes up here? There's a lot of homes that look like trash to me. That's what I would.
I know we have neighborhood stabilization funds coming in from the federal government, and the city wants to demolish a lot of these houses. There's something like 12,000 vacant houses in Dayton. There's 44,000 in the region. That means we've got 44,000 more houses than we have people to fill them. A lot of the houses don't need to come down. I mean, I've been rehabbing a house myself, and I know what it takes to fix them up. And I can quite honestly tell you that a lot of them could be fixed up. We need to attract people here. We need to give them an incentive to acquire some of these properties, be it tax incentives. Maybe we can give the properties away. They used to do those properties for $1 if you could finance the repairs or the remodeling on it. In Chicago in 2000, they used to have a Chicago bungalow program. They offered incentives to people who bought Chicago bungalows. The biggest type of house that we have here in Dayton are called four squares, or Sears kit houses. They're like 25 feet by 25 feet square houses, two-story. Maybe we could set up a program to preserve some of those, offering people incentives or whatever to acquire that type of house and fix it up. I guess if we focused on jobs, though, we'd take care of the housing. I mean, if people don't have money to pay their mortgages, then they can't afford to fix up these houses. So I guess while we're focusing on housing, we should also focus on jobs, because that would take care of most of the city's